Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're about to do something really exciting today for you guys to watch, but terrifying for me because if you didn't watch one of the previous videos when I was doing the oil pan, I ended up installing the entire thing thinking that this was a rear sump oil pan off of, basically I thought I had the turbo drain already installed because I saw the recessed hole. Well, it didn't. So as you can see, there is a tap and die set, a drill, and my oil pan, or my turbo return. Words are really hard today. I just went on a bike ride. I'm very tired. We are basically going to thread the holes for these two fasteners so the gasket and this drain can get basically attached to the bottom of this oil pan. I'm really hoping this works out okay, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to buy an entirely new pan. So we're gonna do the fun stuff. On over here, if you wanna come this way, see if I can get a light. So this is basically my setup right now. I have jerry-rigged a vacuum up to the bottom of the pan because in my mind, yes, I probably should be taking the entire pan off, but I really don't wanna do that because one, flipping this thing over is a pain in the ass. And secondly, if I have a vacuum here and I drill on this little recessed hole, which gives you some light. So these two holes are already here from the factory. I basically should just have to either widen them enough or I can maybe get lucky and chase some threads. And we can try, but this little hole here, it's from the factory. This is what I need to punch through in order to, basically when the turbo drains down, it will go back in the pan, recirculate, and do its little happy cycle. So I'm hoping that if you want to bring the camera under here, yep. Vacuum, jerry rig here. This is like a 5.5 horsepower vacuum. I mean, it's pretty good. I use it for detailing like all the time in my cars. So it does a pretty good job, but yeah, this is gonna be a really fun experience. So let's do this. All right, guys, we're gonna start drilling basically for the back side of this drain. It's gonna be about a 1/2 inch is what we're gonna do. I am gonna do a pilot hole real quick, and then I'm gonna use basically a step bit. I've actually taped off and marked in red, basically where the 1/2 inch is gonna be. So when it's spinning, I know when to stop. I can count, but I don't wanna mess this up. So hopefully that was smart and it'll work on out. But yeah, we're gonna basically the object of today is to get this attached on the bottom. This is probably gonna be just in one video, but it's a pretty, as you can see, I look like a freaking ortho surgeon right now with all of my crazy, I have a tap and die set, a drill, everything else. So let's go have some fun and put on these safety glasses and go to town. All right, well, we officially drilled the hole through this. If you want to show, we got some metal shavings. I'm going to clean that out real quick before we go. But next adventure, we're going to finally go to the step bit. It wasn't bad. I just remember we kind of stopped when I filmed and rotated the crankshaft back up because I noticed right before we were drilling that the crankshaft was like, the way it was basically sitting, it was almost on the other side of this. I didn't want to even risk scraping it or heaven forbid drilling into it, so we rotated it real quick. But yeah, now we're gonna go to the step bit and I'm hoping that everything plays out really well. I was just thinking about this and telling my wife behind camera, this is the easy part of the day because honestly chasing the threads is gonna be the most stressful part because if I don't get the thread pitch right, which I think I did a pretty good job with my math and the chart and everything, I'm hoping it all works out. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, here we go. All right, so we ended up doing the step bit all the way down to, I believe, the half. The thing is, it's so thin back there, so unfortunately I'm getting a drilling of both this and this. So what I'm gonna do is, because it's pretty much a 1/2 inch on one side, I'm just gonna use a 1/2 inch drill bit and just punch it through. Just ever so slightly. I mean, this isn't gonna need, if at any time it really is gonna be flowing that much oil for it to be a 1/2 inch. I probably will be running a dry sump at that point. So we're gonna step this up and get to it. Stop.
I know.
Okay. You just want to keep going? All right, here we go. All right, so I cleaned it up as best I could. I went in there, like Emma can argue, I went in there for 3 or 4 times, really making sure as best I could with a mirror and everything. I didn't see anything, so I think we're good, we're set. Honestly, JZs can run with a cylinder. I mean, they run forever. I mean, they're extremely tough engines. That's one reason this is going in that car. So we are now gonna move on to figuring out how to thread basically these 2 holes so that I can get the turbo drain fitting onto the oil pan. I had to really sound that one out. All right, so let's get to it and start doing that. So what makes this kind of tough is the 2 holes are there, but they're already, I put the tap in that I'm gonna use that should fit this size and this. I literally put up the light and everything. Thread pitches look good. I'm hoping it's good, but what I'm trying to figure out is, do I even need to drill these holes? Can I just put basically some WD-40 as a lubricant in there? If there's another lubricant, there's probably a better one. It's what I have. It's late, I'm tired, I love you people, I wanted to make a video. So, we're gonna try and make this work with what we got. So I'm hoping this goes out well, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out basically if I can just tap and die this because the hole's kind of already there, or if I need to drill it out a little more. I'm probably gonna go for the latter and hope that this doesn't get stuck. So wish me luck. Okay. Remember, you can never use enough lube. All right, here we go. Make sure it's straight. All right. Never enough lube. As you can tell, I haven't used a top and die set before. I have a little bit of machining, but I never got to this point where to learn this. I'm not an idiot, I'm just special.
Otherwise, I'm going to do something really sketchy.
Oh my god. I was so scared for this. Did I just make threads, guys? I hope this works, and I didn't just chase the... I can hear you laughing behind the camera. It's the wrong thread pitch. Ah! Oh, God. All right. So the reason we're doing this now and not later is because I needed a few extra parts in order to get the other videos done. And the turbo video, I need this done to install it. So, and I have these new studs on order because these are 30 years old and I don't want them to crack and break. So I think what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna reevaluate my life when I get home, and we are gonna close the video on out here. And if you wanna help support the channel so that I don't make mistakes like this anymore, please head on over to encasada.com and buy some merch. You know, support me, help me feed my wife and feed my 2 little fur babies that are at home. So yeah, thank you. Have a great night.